That is what is up. Happy Monday. I had some things to do after work. I got done with said things to do after work earlier than expected. So I figure I might as well. Fred, this weekend got busy, Fred. Sorry I did not call you. I ended up over at a friend's place, and before you know it, had a couple of drinks, and it's like got late, and here we are. So Fred, are you out of town for a week or something? Because I'm not in a rush actually at all. I've got so much stuff to do as far as videos and stuff that I'm good for a couple of weeks, but I do want to talk to you about to meet up with TKE. Like actually meet up with TKE. Getting hammered. Woo! What's up, Snail Trail Dale? What's up, Marco? I'll tell you what. You're going to get on a live with TKE? Like when? Like right now? He's going live now or soon? Because I'm going to... Oh, in 2 weeks. Oh, you're about to meet up with TKE to talk about doing a live in 2 weeks. Is that what that meant? Yes. We're going to go with that. No, meeting him live. Oh, you're going to meet him live, but not live. You're just going to meet with him live. Is that... What's up, Bryant? Just like one of those? Boom. Oh, I wish I could make this forward. I cannot make this forward. I have a box that I need to unpack that I'm going to do right now. Stream the meat, Fred. I got my scales for my 80 20.5. I did get some titanium scales for these. They're still in a box. What's going on, Clint? I'm going to do the unboxing for it today after this. But I'm not going to do the assembly right away because they are titanium scales for this. And if I am going to anodize them, I might as well anodize them before I put it together. Fred's going to be away for 2 weeks. How about this, Fred? When you get back, let's talk. We'll go through some stuff and we'll pick out a few things. Because I literally have easily 2 weeks worth of videos to make right now. And some. And then that way, I don't know, that makes it easier for you. You don't have to worry about it. You can get going on your trip or whatever. Anodizing live. Well, the thing with that, Snail Trail Dale, is I use the anodizing equipment at work. And often when I do that, it is during business hours. Because I'm not an anodizer. So I'm clearly not working if I'm in there versus doing fun during work. So if I'm in there, it's like, oh, I'm obviously on break. But there's other people in there doing work. And so I don't know about being able to do that live. I'd have to kind of set up a time when I could do it where I can get to use the equipment. I might be able to make it happen. It's just kind of harder when I'm doing stuff at work, using the machines there to be able to then also do it live. What's up, Eagle Scout? How are you doing? How was your thing last night? Eagle Scout did a giveaway. That was yesterday, right? I'm losing days. Yep, Sunday at 7 or whatever it was. He did his giveaway for reaching 300 subs, but he is now at 600 subs, I believe, right? Right, Eagle Scout? Congrats on that. How did the giveaway go? What's up, Dylan? Good to see you, bud. What are you up to today, Henry? So, Fred, when are you leaving? When are you actually going out of town then? Just record it without sound. I've recorded Snail Trail. The last few times I haven't. I don't know why. But I do. If you go into my videos, I have shorts and videos of live anodizing so you can see it happen in actual real time. So those videos do exist. Anybody else have a good flan today? What's up, North Valley? I have not had any flan today. I had a creme brulee. No, I'm just kidding. I would. One of the catering gigs I used to do for these high-end weddings, desserts, we would get these creme brulees that were in the little round like ramekin, or the oval one. It's about this big, you know, like an inch deep, and then just cooked, burnt on the top. Oh my God. KDK, best videos are the ones without sound? Really? No sound. People are like, what? What's up, William? How you doing? How's it going, Deadman? The Wonder Bread. No competing custards. You can't have competing custards. Good pudding. Or a good mousse, you know? Eagle Scout's going live in 30. You don't have to join. Give Dan some love. Right on. Yeah, I'm gonna be live for probably another half hour or so. I usually stop before big lives. Like, I try not to go live when other regular lives are, you know, like on Mondays. You have Casey's regular live and Rob's regular live. Casey's at 7. That's in an hour and 10 minutes is when Casey starts. So I usually stop around then and then head over there. But yeah, looks like Eagle Scout's going live in 30 minutes. Go check that out. Depending on if I'm still here, we can go over there. What's up, Shay? 5969. 5969. I don't know why I have to bounce my head when I... Competing custards and mustards. Could you put a mustard on a custard? It would be iffy. It would be iffy at best. All right, I need some final decisions. Damn designs. I am dyeing this thing. I need to dye this. Favorite choices that people have said so far is blue, like a nice darker blue. I'm leaving the blade and the hardware the same. So imagine the hardware and everything's the same. I'm just dyeing the handle. It would make you flustered. Flustered. Black and red, I was going to say, so the two options that have been brought forth that I'm a fan of so far are either just dark blue or a black and a red fade, or black to red, or red to black, depending on which way you would go. North Valley, are you the one who came up with that first? Honey Dijon, maybe. I did one in, where is it? Yeah. Oh my God. I have so many projects that aren't put together and like in sections. Look at this. Kathleen hates it. Oh, there's Kathleen right there. Speaking of Kathleen, just instantly. Hey, Kathleen, remember when I did this in that yellow color? And I'm pretty sure Kathleen was like, and gross. But yeah, I've done some Honey Dijon. I haven't decided if I'm keeping it. I did take it back apart to continue to maybe do something else different to it. So that's possible. So anybody else think black to red fade would probably be the coolest on this? And then where's the red? Is the red down at the butt, or is the red up by the pivot? So would it be black to red or black to red? Let me know. Oh, but I love yellow so much. Yellows are fun. Deleting the flipper on this thing. On this, the big like bird head flipper that's like the size of a, oh my God, and then I can't even, mustard. You want to take that huge front flipper, huh? I'll tell you, Snail, I appreciate the input, but it will not be black to blue. I have a thing. I don't like black and blue together. I'm not a fan. Dark blue and black. I know, like, you get a dark blue car, you get black interior. Just something about the contrast of a dark blue or a navy and black. Not a fan. Not a fan. There's Justin. I sent you a message, Justin. I got home. I was like, I have a little time. I am going to go live quick. And here we are. I wasn't planning on going live. Usually I go live at like 4 or right after work, but I had a couple things to do, and then that happened to go really smooth, and boom, here we are. Yeah, no black and blue mix. I remember I had this right here. I had the 2 Towser Ks, and the Rich Light Blue Towser K had all the black hardware on it. And it was black and blue mixed. Gross, not a fan. So I took all the black hardware and put it on the red micarta, and I put all the silver hardware with the blue. And if you ask me, it's just my personal preference, but this dark blue with all silver is way better than with the black. And this red micarta is way better with said black. Blind Blue Fury, what's up? Mechanic, what's up? I thought I saw Josh. Didn't I see somebody else? Am I tripping? I'm tripping. It's Blind Woo twice. What's up, Blind Woo? Towser K for the win. Boom. This one's so clean. Which one's my favorite Towser K? Contoured micarta. Look at that drop. Carson, what's going on? I got so excited to hardware swap your micarta and copper Towsers, but the pivots are different thicknesses. Oh, really? So the micarta and the copper have a different thickness pivot. Really? Thickness like this way? It looks like the copper one is thinner. And this one is wider. Huh. I'll be dipped. Favorite Kizer, and you've never owned one? Snail Trail? Snail. Trail. Dale. Towser K's. Carson has subscribed. Carson, get yourself a Kizer Towser K. This is the mini Towser K, which happens to be my favorite. Also not really available. Otherwise, Snail Trail would get one. Dude. 154 CM. Sweet jimps. Oof. Frag Titanium. It's my least favorite. Least favorite. The 154 CM and the Rich Light. Great action on this thing. Boom. I got this one so I could have the black liners. Swap the black liners out of this. This is your favorite right here? Or that one? Am I behind? You like the Rich Light one the best, or you're talking about that one? He's probably talking about that one. Of course, the red micarta. No. The female pivot on the micarta is 1 millimeter longer. Yeah, they do look a little longer. The mini for sure. This one's probably my second favorite, but I don't know the copper one that I did the shipwreck on. Look at that shipwreck. What's up, Gabug? Tell me that shipwreck didn't turn out spectacular. Awesome action. Who was it? Someone was telling me. What's up, Milton? Mind of Milton. Love the shipwreck. Thanks, Kathleen. Someone was telling me, hello, Indonesia. What's up, Gubug? 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 I apologize for pronouncing it wrong, but greetings from America. I'm in Minnesota. Cool, Indonesia. You heat anode your titanium one and like the plain one more, huh? Okay, so someone was telling me that there is a copper thumb studs. Flytanium makes some copper thumb studs for the arcade or the Demko or something, but apparently there's Flytanium thumb studs that are copper that do fit on this right here. And so I'm thinking I might order those, and then I can do a little shipwreck. It's really small, so you're not going to get a lot. But I put a couple little dots of salt on there. We might be able to get a little blue line or something in there. I think I need to try that. Well, you need those. I mean, cha. I definitely do. I do want to get in and do some more media blasting at work. I did that to this right here, and something about this finish. Notice it has like this satiny, like black hue. I don't know how well that picks up on your side there, but it's like it almost has this dark black shadow to it. Oh, boom. I'm super happy with it. So it's a size 10 media blast. And then the pressure was definitely down. You want to see the stag handle swing guard? So I did this one originally because all the hardware was black, like that the pocket clip. But because it's black hardware now with the silver blade going inside there, you get the contrast of the silver through the skeletonized liners, which I think is super cool. Success. This swing guard here, Chris Paul wants to see. I'm gonna hide it at an angle here for a second. This is an actual gas station find. When I was on my way to Texas for Blade Show, I'd stopped at gas stations. I actually found this 440 stainless comb. This comb is real. It's not a cheap plastic comb on there. That's legit. I don't know if it's real stag. It's probably fake stag, but this is a gas station find. I'm kind of a crazy knife collector. I like them all. What's up, Paul? I like them all. I want a little bit of everything. I like crazy cool titanium S35 VN beasts like this Concept Goblin XL. It's my new favorite. And I love getting crazy gas station assisted knives like this that look like butterfly knives, got the weird assisted opening. The Battle Buddy. I mean, I found this one at a gas station on the way as well. How could I not? Did get myself a nice auto. This is the Benji from Tack Knives. Boom. Great action on that one. Thought it was a swing guard. I mean, it almost looks like it. I do have I have a couple swing guards. They're budgeter friendlier. Yeah. There's one. The Rough Rider. It's not an auto, but it's a beast. Got your Rough Rider swing guard, lockback, black micarta with some red inserts, or a red liner, a red layer. It's a beast. Look at the size of this thing. I mean, look at my hand. My hand is huge. Look at that. It's almost a sword grip on there. So you've got your liner lock. Then the swing guard drops to the side. Does anyone have Kizer's contact information? Kizer's, I don't exactly know who the best person to talk to, but I know that Kizer's going through some changes. I did have some contacts with Kizer. I guess they must not apparently be working there anymore. They haven't gotten a hold of me in a while. They have sent me some things in the past, but like myself and several other creators, they kind of went silent. And I think they kind of had a shift of the guard for their marketing and stuff like that. And they're kind of getting back into it. I actually heard that Bees Blades is going to be doing their lives instead of Jeremy. But I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a while. I was getting some stuff. I was building a nice relationship with them, and I haven't heard anything. I'd make posts, and they would comment, and we were talking about stuff, and I let them know the things that they were doing that I was interested in, and I haven't heard anything in a while, so I'm not sure. Bees does seem to be in contact with them. What's up, Waylon? Incoming package tracking. Caleb, what's going on? Why do I want that? Oh, that swing guard? Because it's fun. I have another swing guard. Where is that one? The tobacco something. There it is. It's another one from Rough Rider. This is a smaller little swing guard. Isn't that fun? Super shiny tobacco with a little acorn. So it's like the tobacco bone and then an acorn shield. It is a lock back. Jeez, it's a tight one. That swing guard flips to the side. Case Cheetah has a... So Case makes a cool swing guard. I'll have to check that out, Dylan. Jeremy decided not to renew his contract. Renew a contract? I wonder... Because he didn't have to do too much for it. Or maybe he was doing a lot more than that other than the... Because he's only doing videos or like lives like once a month for a few hours. It didn't seem like he was doing all that much. I'd love to... I'd do some stuff with him. There are some cool swing guards. If you've seen like the swing guards that obviously a little bit different grade. The ones that MC has, the auto open swing guards. Very cool stuff. Good job for me. I mean, I'd help rep. There are certain companies that I would consider doing something like that for. Not necessarily the type of job I'm ultimately looking for, but I would consider, there's, you know, a few like Kizer wanted me to kind of do some more stuff. I did that one live for them in the past. If Concept wanted to do anything with me, if Rosecraft wanted to do anything, I would certainly be all about it because they're cool. Like, I'm not huge on trying to get like set up to have like full sponsorship or anything, but if it was a company like that, I could maybe consider working it out a little bit. Thank you for subscribing, D-Lot. I appreciate it. Stacy, what's going on, Stacy? Did some designing on some lines and did a little removal. Gonna get the next Ano. I can't show any pictures of it right now, but what we've got going on. Stacy's knife has got it going on. Sorry. I almost lost it there. Tempest and Devo seem to be doing fine repping themselves. Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's like literally Tempest, KC's the, you know, he doesn't need any, you know, I would love to help KC out. I mean, he's great. He makes some cool stuff. Devo as well. Both of those companies, I have 2 Devo knives. Awesome stuff. I got a couple from KC. They're also great. I would be down. Waylon says, everybody hit the like button. We got 62 people in here, 22 likes. If you're having a good time on a Monday, want to look at some knives. This is the most expensive knife in my collection. Someone seems to ask every time. Edwards. What's up, Cheesy Moon? Boom. This is the, I think it's one of the newer models, I guess. The Jack Wolf Knives Primo Jack. Anasso! Good to see you, Anasso. Just saying hi. Got to get back to work. Thanks for stopping in. Good to hear from you. So yeah, the Primo Jack. I'm going to pass around thanks to Justin and Ben from Jack Wolf has been so gracious to let us keep some of these. And so long story short, this is now part of my collection. I am going to be taking the pocket clip off. As a lefty, it's not bad. And if I'm just opening it a few times here, it's not really, I've kind of gotten to a point where I'm getting used to putting my thumb there. My thumb, when I started off, was kind of more comfortable down low, and it was pushing on that tip, kind of making a hot spot. I'm already kind of getting used to holding it in a slightly different way. videos of the hailstorm in Texas County are crazy. Yeah, I saw like the baseball size hail going through. Storms like that are scary. I needed that pass around, Dan. It's Justin. Justin got it started. There's a small group. It's a small kind of pass around for now. I don't know if it's going to grow in the future or whatever. I'm just glad that I was lucky enough to be involved. So I'm happy to have a Jack Wolf. If you watch my Jack Wolf coverage from Blade Show, Texas, I was standing next to Eagle Scout and we were handling a couple of their knives. And I had said in that I kind of preferred the ones that have the action on them like this, that fuller, that flick out, the bolster lock on there. So when I had the opportunity to get this one, it was like, oh, this one's great because it has that classic slip joint look, the classic kind of clip point blade that I'm just a fan of it all the way around. The colors and the design, it's just cool. I think I'm going to take the clip off and just have it be more like a slip joint knife. Maybe get myself a slip for it, for carrying it. Yeah. Dig it. Got some updates. Guys want to go for a little walk? Let me take this off. I got a light. Bing, bing. Okay, let me set this in here. You guys want to go on a tour? A 3-hour tour? Driving home from Boston. How far? How far? Okay. So, what was the last slip joint like knife? This one right here. This is the new Jack Wolf Primo Jack. Titanium S90. It's S90V, right? Yeah. S90V on the super slicey blade. Titanium. That is a dark matter fat carbon gold. Super cool stuff. Did anyone else get a new South African custom NAF in their mail today? No? Did you? Thanks, Matt. Yeah, it's a good one. Super fun. Just picked it up. Great knife. Glad to have it in my collection. No, Paul, did you get one, though? So we have a mess in the house. Here is my old table. This is where the lives take place. I have it hooked to the ceiling so that I can bump the table right here and then the camera doesn't move. Here is our setup for the live over here. Thank you for subscribing, Thomas. Do you know that there's currently a pre-order of the new Purvis Primordial MK4 button lock? Sick. Check it out if you're interested. Knives and pizza, you're the man, Kenman. Hell yeah. I was taking some photos of all my green knives. Most of them are still here on the floor. Yeah, I do have knives currently on the floor. I got a mess. I got some knives over there. I got knives all over the table. You can see over here, custom project, custom project, custom project. There's part of the CNC machine. It's a mess. I've got some plants over here. Mostly Hoyas. A couple philodendrons and stuff. I got some knives. Oh, check your angles. I got some unboxings right there. I got some lighters and stuff I picked up. Butterfly knives. I have a couple butterfly knives somewhere. We're kind of touring the house. Hold on a second. You can sit at the couch there. I can walk over and grab one. This is the Squid Industries Mako V5. And I'm in a bad angle for this. Boom. knives on the table or on the couch. I got a sword down there with some juggling clubs and some Star Wars stuff. Couple of knives on the table. Here is the new studio. Where's the cat? I don't have a cat. I've had cats. Caleb, it was a Mako V5. Squid Industries Mako V5. So there's probably an echo going on right now. This is the new room. It's empty. It's yellow. I did have this set up as a spare bedroom. But now I'm going to be turning this into the new studio / recording / live stream. So I got a few knives on the table in here. Just a few fun goodies. What's up, Mick? Mick, I got my scales. My entire house is knife storage, right? So yeah, so this is the room. I'm going to basically, this wall right here, I'm going to end up doing a shelf. And so I'm going to try to have some shelves in here similar to my other shelves. So basically, when I'm sitting at the table, I'll be live streaming, sitting at that chair, and the angle will be like this. So if I get some shelves up on here, I'm going to build it, make a display. I don't know, I've got this cabinet I might use. I got this one here that I can use for some storage. I did actually pick up this, which is a little portable hot plate. So then when I want to do dye projects, we can just dye knives. I can set it up in here rather than to go in the kitchen. I can just get it all done right here. I am ordering my new computer. So the new computer is going to go in here, and that will be my rig for my live stream. This is empty right now, but I did buy this once upon a time, if I can even open the top. This is for sunglasses, but it's a nice little leather case. And then you've got these little spots that I could put some knives in. But I learned very quickly that I prefer knives laying out on the table in full view. Dude, you're getting a Dell. Oh, that's hilarious. So yeah, this is the new room. It's going to be fun. What's in the guitar case? This is my, I'm not going to play it right now. It probably needs to be tuned. This is my Alvarez. You want to look at it real quick? I'm not going to play. I'm telling you right now. Boom. So we are backwards, which you won't be able to tell, but this is a full lefty Alvarez that's out of tune. It does have a what do you call it? A little amplifier pickup in there, so you can plug it in. I usually play my electric. If I'm going to play guitar for you guys, I'll just pull out the electric. Codpiece pistol. I'm in a mariachi band. What's up, Renee Ramon? How many hobbies do you have? I fly drones. I like to fly racing drones. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Boom. Stairway to heaven. No stairway. Got a Marshall acoustic amp. What knife am I shopping for this weekend? I'm actually looking at a couple of Finch knives. Waylon's got to run to the store. See you later, bud. Has Selma Hayek in the basement somewhere? I wish. Caleb, you fly and build racing drones? That's one of my old frames. I ripped the hell out of this thing and crashed it a few times. I've replaced it, obviously. But that is one of my 5-inch frames that I used to rip. Where is all my stuff? Actually there's my Tyrannus back here. That's my main. I got myself a Radio Master and then picked up this little Mobula for my nephew. I got to put that together. Check this out. Oh. Ah. Shing. It's kind of fun, right? Nobody even asked about the swords on the floor in here. Or did you guys not see them? How many knives would you say that you own? I own probably 300. Probably 300. Oh my God. I just got a new 34 stack. Playing Stairway is known to give you diabetes. What's up the ponds? Maybe they'll have them at Badger. So who's going to Badger? We need to talk about this. God, look at my mess. Lord, I can't wait to get in that room and get set up. That's going to be really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, so let's talk. I gotta scroll this up. Holy Christ. Hell yeah, swords and Nintendo 64. I got four controllers. We could play Mortal Kombat or Mario Kart right now. All right. If Kizer was smart, they would partner you and have you as their representative and owner. Yeah, right. I don't know about that. They're doing fine without me. Sorry, I'm backed up here trying to catch up on my... Finally, I can make ramen in the studio. That's so fun. Okay. Wow, how come that didn't scroll? Thank you for subscribing, Mark. I can see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Guitars, lightsabers. Is that a Dwight Yoakam song? You got a new Vosteed? I hope you enjoy it. Okay, Brian's going to Badger. Iowa, AK, and Titanium are both coming. I looked into it. It is a 4-hour drive for me to go to Badger. I would like to do that. Thomas, GoldenEye, dude. No odd job. You can't be odd job. If we're playing Mario Kart, I get to call dibs on. Wario's my number 2. I prefer Toad, but if I can't be Toad, we're fighting over Toad. Wario is my number 2 for sure. Stairway is a fun song to play. It's funny because most people play it wrong because it sounds similar. Yes, there are so many ways to play it. Yeah, Robo, no odd job. You can't be odd job. Josh is looking forward to his Vision FG getting done. I will be on that one soon. I have a few others I got to work on when I get to being able to get back to customs. I haven't worked on any in a few days. I got a lot of stuff on the plate. I still have 7 knives from Texas that I need to do the unboxing review video for. What's Badger? Badger is going to be a knife show that has 170 tables, and it is in Wisconsin this coming weekend. So it's like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So anyone who is in the Wisconsin Midwest area, meet us up at Badger Knife Show. Ha! I mean, Paul, I would flag you, but it was funny. So I guess. I mean, I guess. You never know. Best blade steel ever is 420 stainless. Fight me. I have some. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I mean, there you go. Where's the cat? Dwayne Letterman. I have no cats. I am fond of cats. I think cats are cool. To be totally honest, after having 2 cats that lived full lives and are no longer with us, I have no longer the desire to put myself through that anymore. Call me a smoothie, an old softie, but I can't handle that anymore. Thomas, I'm not big on multi-tools. I have a few. I don't know where they are, to be honest. But I was at an estate sale picking up my Volkswagen last weekend because it's been in storage forever. And I do have a pet possum. I have a possum. 4.5 hours, hate driving through Chicago. Yeah, it's 4 hours for me. I'm not driving through Chicago. I'm basically driving straight over towards Chicago. But I think I'm going to try to go. Problem is, if we go on Saturday, it's like I almost want to go Friday night, stay there, get up, be there all day Saturday, and then come home after the show on Saturday. So I don't know for sure. Mick had a hedgehog. Dogs are better for security. I would agree with that, William, but they're also... I've never had a dog personally myself, but I know a lot of people that have. I've had them in the family, taking care of family, my sister's dogs, and then they get sick and die, and it's like, man, I can't do that anymore. I mean, I know it's like the time you have with them, you cherish it, it's great, but it's too rough. It's too rough. It's like you're getting yourself something that's just going to inevitably be extremely sad. And I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. With that many knives all over your house, you must live alone. I do. I love it. Let me tell you what. I am happy. I've lived with people. I've been married. I've dated. I've had roommates. I love the house to myself. It's fantastic. Kenman doesn't want... I don't want feelings. No more feelings like that, bro. I was like, even my sister, one of her dogs was such a great dog. Just every time I came over, like for family gatherings or stuff, she just would, it was to me, just always knew that I was going to just give her more attention, and she was great. And then she was starting to get old and losing her eyesight, and my sister had to go out of town, so I was taking care of her. I had her over at the house, and it was just sad to see her getting old, not being able to see and bumping into stuff and kind of being a little confused because she's old. And then I'd go to work and come back, and then she'd be here all happy to see me, and it's like then I brought her back to my sister when they got back to town, and it was like instantly I came home and the house felt empty. And it's like she was only here with me for like 3 days, and now the house feels just empty. And it's like, wow, if I had, that and fire ants. I got ants. Got an ant farm. When am I getting the computer and putting the studio together? I am finalizing tonight. We've been kind of debating back and forth, and then a new one popped up on sale that actually had a better video card than the other one that I was looking at. But literally in the next day or two, the computer will be ordered. It should be here within a week. And then once it's here, that's when I can set up the other room. The only reason I can't set it up now is because my computer in the living room is my main watching TV entertainment center or whatever, and so I can't put it in the other. I could, but then I don't have anything in the living room for a few days. So when I get that, it'll be a secondary computer. I'll still keep my computer in the living room. I'm just getting an upgrade so that I will be able to live stream better, interact more, be able to have more lives, more people on it without kind of maxing out my stuff. Get yourself a pet lizard. Okay. Story time here. Story time. What's up, J1? I used to have lizards. I am allergic to dogs and cats, but even with my allergies, I've still managed to keep them in my life. But it's tougher when you're allergic. You got to wash your hands more. You can't really touch your face and stuff like that. I've had bearded dragons. I've had iguanas. I've had water dragons. I've had geckos. I've had anolas. At one time, I had 6 iguanas, and one of them was probably 4 feet long. The other one was probably 4.5 feet long. No monitors. What's up, Ryan? I have knives. Oh my God, my lights are starting to dim. I love knives. Let's look at a knife real quick. Good old 6-inch buck 119. Fantastic blade right there. But I got into lizards for a while. I had snakes. I had a couple boa constrictors. I had 3 boa constrictors at one time. So I used to be huge into snakes. I had snakes, lizards, aquariums, saltwater tanks, freshwater tanks. If there was YouTube in early 2000s, like 2002, 2005, I could have started like a pet type channel, because I mean, my living room had a 6-foot reef tank with saltwater corals and stuff in it. And then it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other tanks, the water dragon, the 2 iguanas. That's just in the living room. Then my second bedroom, I had 4 aquariums, the other 2 snakes, the breeding tanks. You know, like I had it all just everywhere. It's like I could have made a channel back then and probably been really successful. But we didn't have cameras the same that we do now. Can I see the big gray one? This one? I'm working on putting a dirt snake in a porcelain tank. Had a 10-foot python, William. Oh, that's awesome. I had 2 red-tailed boa constrictors. The biggest one was about 6.5. The smaller one was about 4.5 when I ended up getting rid of them. When I moved, I just couldn't bring them with, so I gave them to my buddy. Scaly cat. No more pets. I have fish tanks, which are off and kind of a mess right now. Otherwise, we'd go in there too. This is the buckshot knives. This is a knockoff copy, like a $30 copy. But the model that this knocks off is like a $2,000 handmade custom. And so it's not really a bad purchase, because it's knocking off a knife that's over $2,000 that you can't buy because the guy only made a few of them. But it's ridiculous. Aries and Kenman, the reptile lovers. Reptiles are fun. And my iguanas, a couple of them, they were just sweethearts. They were like cats, you know, or dogs. We'd get home, would open the door and just let them run around the house, and they were cool. They just sit on the back of the couch most of the time. Had a 4-foot tegu along with herps. Used to breed snakes. Still have some. Yeah, I wanted to breed because I had the 2 boas. I was going to breed them. The female was a het for hypo, which means she carried the hypomelanistic trait. So if I had bred them, every certain percentage of them, she would have had some cool looking babies. And boa constrictors are live bearers, so they don't actually lay eggs. So if you have boas and you get them pregnant, the female carries the babies to term and then gives a live birth, which is fun. Basically, you're saying once you start a new hobby, you become obsessed and you go down the rabbit hole. Yes. Yes. 100% yes. It's how I live. That's how I live. What's up, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles? What's up, Wheezy? Who am I missing? The Ponds? Smash those likes, y'all. I appreciate it. Seen it happen. You watched some live births actually happen. That's cool. Very cool, Aries. I didn't know you were into the lizards like that. It's fun. I could get into it more, but God, it's just, I have an issue. Like I always just end up with another tank and another thing, and I've tried to learn how to stop doing that. It gets to be too much, and then you want to go on vacation, and it's like, man, I need someone to come over like every day to feed everybody. Just got done making carbon scales for a cold steel mini tack. Finished it with an ulti clip. Aries has hatched out hundreds of snakes and lizards. That's cool. Top favorite knives in my collection. Oh, and then he erased it before. I already read it. He said top knives in the collection, then he retracted it. Same holds true for illness. Once you get one issue, it's hard to not keep collecting more. Body's falling apart. Scott is the reason for all the lizards and boas in the Everglades. Ha! Man, I tell ya, People let them go, and then next thing you know. So my favorite ones in my collection that I'm really enjoying, really right now, this one, the Goblin XL Concept, S35VN, and Frag Titanium. Sweet knife. Flicks out great. Sick. Aries has shown a snake on the channel before. Kathleen's got to close her eyes. My ex was deathly afraid of spiders. If you saw a spider on the TV, going into shivers. I still am of the opinion that when she was really young, a spider like jumped on her face or something, and it's a memory, and that memory really stuck, and it seemed like it was huge and kind of traumatic. And so it, you know, a lot of people are not fans of spiders. Probably still my favorite knife is another Frag Titanium, the 154 CM Mini Towser K, White Mountain Knives exclusive. Just a great knife all around. A really clean budget knife, as you're starting to see, notice a trend. Chunky, beefy, thicker blades, thicker handles is kind of my thing. I do have large hands, so that makes sense. We've got the Ultim and D2 Kubi Titius. This is like a, I think this version I think is like 60, but you can get a Titius for like 40 bucks, or you can get the titanium version for like 90. But if you like a beefier knife, boom. Maybe they'll have, what do they have at Badger? Or is that an old, oh, this is way behind. Any Benchmade Osborne 940s? Thomas, I'm not really a Benchmade fan, but if I were to get another Benchmade, an Osborne or a mini Osborne is almost 100% which one it would be. I do have it tagged out. Don't carry it much. I might one day get some titanium scales for it. I like it better than the Bug Out, but it's too light. Put some titanium scales on there. What's up, Blade Walker? We're talking some No Bull reviews for you right there. Got you on TV, but stopping in to smash the like. Thanks, bud. Much appreciated. How you been? How's everything going? Feeling good? Every day. If you like big flippers, check out the TrueMar D2. TrueMar. What? I will. I wrote it down. I have not heard of. Have you felt a mini Osborne in hand? I can almost guarantee it's going to be way too small for KDK. Yeah, I have one over there. It is right here, and it is too small. This one is Lanyard Man's on loan. It is a little bit small. But it's not bad. What do I recommend for medium to hard daily use under $50? You work with heavy brush and branches? Yep. That I would say, as soon as I see it, there. All right. The question was from George. What do you recommend for a medium to hard daily use under $50? Normally work with heavy bush and branches. So for a cheaper price, if you want something big, I'm not really sure what you would want, but I would recommend, boom, right here, the Cold Steel Tough Light. The Tough Light is a smaller knife, yes, but it has the triad lock, which is pretty much the strongest lock out there. It has this choke up spot so you can grab, and that is stuck in your hand. That is locked in, not going anywhere. Where the blade is, there's nothing behind it. So when you get in there to do a cut or a push through, there's nothing getting in the way. I mean, you put your thumb up there to get some more leverage, but you hold on like that, you can tear through stuff. I beat the crap out of this thing. It's dirty, holds an edge well, solid blade, under $50, and it's just got a good grip to it. Now, maybe this is a smaller knife than what you're thinking about, but depending on what you're cutting, most of the time, it's not going to be super big. You can get that in there. You can get in there tight, and you can really get at it because it's so right where you want it to be. Check out the Vosteed Demko Leopard. A fixie for brush and branches. Yeah, you know, that would be the other thing. I was trying to think, because it's cheap, what would be something that's good. And so this isn't a fixie, but when you get in there tight with that triad lock, you're able to get a lot of stuff behind this and be confident in it. You could get like a Mora, like a basic Mora. These are around $12 to $15, and that is a fixed blade. And if you want to get one that you can actually hammer on, pound a little bit more, this is the cans ball, the Mora cans ball. This does have a full tang, so you can get in there and really do some more stuff like that, some more bushcrafty type stuff. But a Mora is something that's also going to be under $50 that might do you well. So it depends on if you're looking for a flipper or a fixed blade. If you jump up a little bit, you know, like the Buck 119, this is going to be around $70, $80. But this is a solid beast outdoor monster. And when all else fails, just get yourself a poop knife. Dishwasher safe, steel core. Gets the job done. Cold steel. This is you could get the Boker Kukri. This is an outdoor machine. Titanium Justin brought this up to my attention, and I was like, yeah, this is just silly. Folding kukri, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? The basic Mora, $7.99 at Sierra. And it depends on what you're getting, though. There are a few that are very similar, but I will let you know. Like this, we have the basic and the 5.1, and they look almost identical, but look at the blade size. Notice the 5.1 is thicker. This direction, like if you go like this, put the spines to each other, this one isn't as thick. So this is your more like $8 one, and this is like your $12 one. So they are similar, but there are certain pros and cons. If you're looking for a little bit thinner and a little bit more budget friendly, you could get the basic. You get a 5.1, has a little bit more rubbery handle and a slightly thicker blade. Or you can jump up, like I said, $40 gets you a significantly larger blade, dual grind, and then this has a full tang versus this one. The blade, the steel stops right about there in the handle versus this one goes all the way through. Moras are nice knives, though. They are sharp right out of the box. They do a good job. You can beat on them. They're not too expensive. Pupe. The Case Pupe knife is for a far better choice over the Buck Pupe knife. Pupe. I can just see Robo's like, ha, pupe. I'm right there with you, bud. The Schrade Decimate. K-Bar. K-Bar. I have a K-Bar on loan from Ken. Shoot. Where did I put that? Good Lord. I have knives too many places. I have knives in low places. George is out of a job currently. Been doing some yard handiwork for cash from neighbors and friends. Right on, George. That's not a bad little gig. Doing a little yard work. I would definitely grab a Mora. But I don't, just because like this was my first one or whatever. Dude, I'm telling you what. The triad lock, it's small, but you can get in there and really get some power behind it. And if you got something about that thick, you can really get in there close and tight with a tough light. I'm not, I don't make anything. I have no affiliation or whatever. But to be honest though, the cold steel, it's tight. That triad lock is a solid lock. That's not gonna fail for you. And then it does have that choke up. You can really get in there. Actually, if you're interested in that, but you maybe want a slightly different style. This is the Cold Steel Fin Wolf. Also a lock back, the triad lock on there. Super strong. Kind of a hard flick out, but this thing is solid as well. A little bit beefier, a little bit longer. I actually use the Tough Light more though. But it depends on what kind of task you're getting into. Maybe you need this in your life. You know, you just might need this in your life. This might solve all your problems. William says the Moras are great. Get a 4 max. Whenever a random asks, does anyone have a knife? Everyone that knows me turns and looks at me like you farted. Like, did you fart? What's your favorite CRKT knife and Spyderco knife? I don't have any Spydercos to show you. I don't actually own any Spydercos. If I were to pick a favorite, I would say it's the Yojimbo or the Yojimbo. I like that design. It's just cool. It's a beast. CRKT. Honestly, CRKT, I don't have a lot of them, but I do. I used to, this right here, the CRKT M16. They have so many versions of the M16. I have a couple of them. Boom. Here's my 2 M16s. These are both old. I've got them, I got this one with the dual kind of fuller or whatever. I think I got this one in like 2006. Carried it for a while. Ended up getting this one maybe a year or 2 later, and this was my main daily carry for several years. I beat it up. I used it. This is probably from the late 2008, 2009 maybe. It does have this secondary lock right here. You see this little red thing? So you can't do the liner lock. You actually have to push the red thing down, and then you can do the liner lock. But it does flip out nice. The thumb studs, you can barely get to them, so you basically have to flipper tab it out. Do I carry it anymore? No. Oh! CRKT Spew for the win. He is correct. My favorite CRKT is the Spew that I personally own. If I can find it. Oh, it's on that. I'm getting it. I got it. I got it. I forgot that I picked this up recently. The CRKT Spew. Dude, that is a sweet fixie. Getting in there tight, doing some work. You got some pokey tasks. That one's the win. That's why we carry multiple knives. 1 crappy one for handing to people and 4 cool ones for us. Robo knows what's up. I always have one to hand to people that's not my fun ones. Especially when you're carrying something cool. You know, when you got like a $200 knife or whatever, not that they're going to hurt it or whatever, but you know what I mean? You carry a little bit more. It's like, oh, what are you actually going to be cutting with it? You know, like, hold on. And then I'll just hand them like my more daily user, and I won't be as worried about that. But they definitely carry some. People will damage your knife in 3 seconds. Well, I asked them, are you prying something? What are you doing? Because I might hand them this right here. Little Rough Rider pry bar. This one was designed by Andy, the guy who runs Rosecraft Blades. It's a nice little, just a little mini pry. Fits in my pocket nicely. What's up, mister? What's going on, Tom? Big man. What's up, big man? You found $20. I just got that for 20 bucks. The Spew for 20 bucks? Mine wasn't much more than that. I got it at Walmart, believe it or not. I went to Walmart looking for something and they had it there. And I'm pretty sure it was under $30 Robo. This exact one was a Walmart find. I think it was like 24 bucks. I know they have a more premium version that has a higher blade steel. I can't remember what blade steel this is. Does it say? I can't tell. But I know there is a little bit more premium one. Well, crap on my toast. It makes my beatus flare up. I cannot stand going to Walmart. It just, every time I do, I'm just like, I need to get out of here. It's always just, I need some plastic pry bars for knife disassembly. Stock is 5CR, says North Valley. How's the vision going? Josh, you've moved up. It moved from here behind this and this to kind of here. So it's here. So in the next, I don't know, week, I will be on it. And we're gonna try that white to pink to red fade, unless you change your mind. SMKW did a D2 version, and I swear there was another version that was in like 154 or S30. I don't know, someone talking about a more premium version. How long did it have to wait before they unlocked the cage, disarm the lasers before you're able to buy a knife from Walmart? Well, I had to go to 2 different departments. Because the one I went to, they didn't know how to tell anyone to get someone with the key. And then I went to the other one, they're like, well, we don't have a key. And I'm like, well, okay. How can I get to the person who has the key? And they just don't, yeah. Hornsbolt Robo says search on Amazon for phone or tablet pries. Yeah, I've seen those because it's like a little plastic pry. We have little plastic hooks and little almost like flatheads that we use at work for grabbing parts and stuff. So I have seen something like that, and they are cheap for sure. Do I like Swiss Tech? That they're at Walmart, right? I don't know if I have any Swiss Tech. William did his Vision FG white to purple yesterday. I'm going to be doing Josh's pretty soon. Electronics pry tools. Right, that makes sense because then it's, yeah, electronic pry. Soft pry. Plastique. Wheezy's out. White by the blade, pink to the red towards the heel. Sounds good. White by the blade. White fade to red with the pink in the middle. You don't go to Walmart for help. What's up, Rick? You're a typer. Check your local auto parts store for plastic pries. I would just go to like an Amazon or something. You could probably order them. They'll get delivered by tomorrow for like $2. Would be my guess. Rick's having a hard time typing today. Let me try to help you, Rick. Alan Foltz do a custom spew in CPM 154. Yeah, that's what's up. I met Alan at Texas, I guess that was last year. Apparently not today. It's been a day. Big man, oldest knife in my collection is this one. That is a double-edged dagger, walnut, brass, and then the finest of Pakistani. Very pitted because young me rusted it out. This is from the 80s. I got this when I was a child and beat the crap out of it and still have it in my collection. This is an unknown prize from a fair over the 4th of July. I bought darts. I threw the darts. I hit a balloon. I popped the balloon. This was my prize. Where do you get this? 1989. That's where you get this. The Kizer I just had, Wesley. This one. This is the Kizer Momo. Full-size Momo. It comes with a 154 and aluminum handle. I did the topography laser mark on there. When I went ice fishing with our buddies, and Dave gave this to me as a gift, we were ice fishing right off of that point right there. We were kind of set up on the lake right there. I copied the topography of said lake on the knife. Great front flipper, awesome action. If it's too much of a beast, because it is a huge knife, they do have a mini Momo. Boom. This is the mini Momo. The mini Momo has a 4-inch blade handle, 3.5-inch blade. So this is technically a full-size knife. The full-size Momo is a pig. It's a beast. So you could get yourself a mini Momo and it would be plenty good size. You're a Momo! It's an awesome knife. It's an awesome knife, Leslie. This is the holiday version, S35VN on the blade, limited edition, and then the gold titanium with the Christmas liners. But this one's still just a full size. This feels great in the hand. What is the oddest knife in my collection? Oddest. That's interesting because odd is subjective. This is one of them because that's definitely wild. The cheap bomb. That's definitely an odd knife, right? Odd. This one has a dog on it. Dog on it. He's a real champ. Weird. Let's see. Oh, this one. 1 blade, 2 blades, 3 blades, 4. We've got a quad blade right here. Smoke shop knives. I call them gas station knives. Same difference. People kind of rip on me because I say gas station. They're like, you didn't get them at a gas station, you ordered them on Amazon. But the thing is they are gas station knives. If they're like assisted opening, silly kind of strange knives that have weird things on them, or dragons like this, that's a gas station knife. That will always be a gas station knife. Want to pet that dog? Oh, he's just a real champ. He's a real champ. I tell you what. Wow. So KC Knives Fast is probably starting up here in a second. Let's see if I can grab his link. If he's done it yet. There he is. Oh, he's already got 31 people watching. Oh, he hasn't started. Perfect. Share. Copy. Boom. Me. One moment. So if you're looking for some more lives, some more knife content, I'm going to post a link in the chat right now. Boom. That is KC, the Knives Fast channel. He designed the Microjet, Tempest Knives Microjet, and many other cool knives. But he's going live right now. I think he's got a guest on, which he usually does. But go ahead and click that link in the description. Go over there. You can tell him KDK sent you if you've never been over there before. If not, whatever. It's all good. But I'm going to head over there, hang out for a bit, have some fun. Thank you all for chilling with me. A lot of fun content coming. I'm moving into the new room, setting up the new computer, getting the CNC running. A lot of custom stuff coming in the future. Thank you all for hanging out. Stay sharp. We'll see you over at the Knives Fast channel.